Today we're going to be doing something to the Camaro that I've wanted to do for a very long time now. As you can tell, I put this rear deck lid spooler on quite a while ago, but it's never quite fit right. On the very edges, it just sticks up just enough to mess everything up, and this is only held on by 3M. Now, as you can probably tell, this is not even a painted spooler. So I bought it from Amazon for like $100, and it was unpainted in matte black. But I just threw it on the Camaro for the time being because, in all honesty, it still made it look better than no spooler at all. Now, typically you hope to learn from your past mistakes, but to be honest with you guys, there's a good chance I could have made the exact same mistake all over again. You see, I was on Amazon looking for Black Friday deals, and I happened to find another really cheap spooler, but this one was $150. So maybe it'll be $50 better than that one. This one is a different style altogether. This is actually a ZL1 style rear spooler, not the ZL1 1LE wing, which is super tall, and I don't think my car could pull it off. But this is the standard ZL1 wing that's raised ever so slightly. Now, like I said, I only paid $150 for this, but this one was at least painted, so that was something I was happy to see. A painted spooler apparently is actually pretty hard to find for anywhere under about $400. This one is painted gloss black, and you'll see the mounting points right here on the bottom. So we are going to have to drill holes into this Camaro because this is the base Camaro with no spooler from the factory. If you already have a spooler that's similar to this, you'd obviously be able to just bolt it in and be good to go. If you have a normal spooler like that one right there, or basically any other type of spooler or no spooler at all, you're going to have to drill holes out for this. So that's what we're going to do in just a minute, but first we've got to rip off that other spooler. Just like that, it's off. Now I need to get all this 3M off. Luckily, where it hasn't been on there too awful long, it shouldn't be too hard to take off. Now I'm just going to wipe this nasty thing down. The Camaro's super dirty, so it's not going to be perfect, but I don't want to have any extra dirt under where the mounting points are for that new spooler. Now for step one, just to see if this thing fits and kind of get an idea of where we need to place it. So that right there is pretty much where it needs to be. The main thing I'm trying to do is align it with my actual antenna right there. And then the actual mounting points right here are angled just enough to actually match the angle of the trunk lid. You can see how it angles up right there. Same thing right here and all the way across. So it's kind of easy to tell where you need to actually sit it. But now to find out where we actually need to drill the holes. And believe it or not, for the price I paid, we actually got all the hardware, and they even gave us some instructions. Now, to be 100% honest, for this price point, I was fully prepared for it to come unpainted, no instructions, no hardware, and I still wasn't going to be that mad. So for step one, we'll pop open the trunk, and we're going to pull out all these pins in here that cover this up, and even these right here. So we've got that piece off. And now we'll take these out. As for what we're going to do right now, I'm going to set the spooler on top of it, use these little alignment points, and tape them down. That way we can drill it out. So for the first one I'm going to actually tape down, I've got one of the center pieces. I think that'll be the best place to start, and probably the hardest to actually get attached from the bottom side. Now before I secure this down for good, I'm going to go ahead and tighten up all these that we have on right now just to make sure that we've got a perfect fit. So there's our pilot hole for that. Now I'm going to drill it out a little bit bigger. So I started out with a 3/32 and I'm going up to a 3/16 now. So now our bolt can go right in. Let's see what kind of access we're going to have to that. Well, Not the best, but it'll at least be a way to start. So what I did is I started off with a hand thread, so it is threaded in there ever so slightly, and now I can tape down the rest of these and make sure I've got the proper fitment on them. So as I was lining up the bolt here, I actually lined up the second part of that template on this middle section, that way I can tape it down, and that'll make it a lot easier to make sure these are 100% accurate as well. Now that all of those are taped up, we are good to go ahead and take this bolt out right here and drill all the other holes out. And just so you guys have a visual representation of where these are actually drilled out, you can tell this on the far edges are a little bit before the main crease, and then these are quite a bit farther. They're staggered up front. These are dead on, straight in the center. Easy to line it up with that, and also the crease in the bumper right here, so I drew a line, just made it quite a bit easier. And then here's this one right here on the far edge, an exact mirror image of this one over here. Now I'm going to drill them out a little bit further and we can move on to the next step. So now that we've got this off one last time, I'm going to go ahead and put these on. That way we will be good to go. Now that we've got all those on, we're good to go ahead and start getting all these hand tied. You like it? For these top ones right here, I'm actually going to get a wrench and try to tighten them up that way. I just can't get enough torque on them, even with the swivel extension. The rest of them are already tightened up pretty well. I'll retorque them just a bit, but on those, I need to find something else. Yeah? Now that that's all done, we can go ahead and put our cover back on. Now, one thing I am going to pay attention to is if it is leaking any. I've got the holes drilled out pretty precisely, and then having that little rubber piece or foam piece that goes around the holes should keep all the water out, but you never know. So in the off chance that water does start leaking, you know, into the trunk area or something like that, I'll definitely go ahead and put some silicone around it. But for now, I think it should be fine. And now, let's see what this thing looks like. So this is the finished product, and I've got to tell you guys, it looks absolutely amazing. I'm super impressed of the actual quality, the fitment, everything, the instructions, for the price. I mean, there are definitely better spoolers out there. There's a better finish out there. I'm sure there's plenty of spoolers out there that offer more rigidity. This one does have the slightest bit of movement. You've got to be sure to make sure you tighten down these actual pieces before you go through the entire process of installing them, or there will be more movement. But I'm pretty impressed with how rigid it actually is. There's no actual creaks or pops or anything like that. I'm super impressed. And the actual finish itself, that gloss black finish, is actually perfect. I have no complaints. There's no imperfections or anything that I've noticed. Super impressed. And just the actual styling and profile of this completely changes the overall look on this Camaro. I didn't want to go all the way over the top and get a ZL1 1LE spooler. It would just be way too much for this car, but this suits it perfectly. And And I've got the link down in the description below if you guys want to get the exact same spooler for yourself. And I've honestly got to say, for $150, the price, the product, it honestly can't be beat. So go down there and get one for yourselves. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. And until then, Godspeed.